Hi everyone, my name is Sumon. I'm from Data Strategy Unit, Australian Institute of Health and Welfare. First of all, I would like to acknowledge and thank all the sponsors for this conference known as International Population Data Linkage Network Conference. Today, I'll be talking about the paper titled Application of Machine Learning to Streamline Clerical Review Process in Data Linkage. First, I'll talk about introduction and background of this paper. So first of all, I would like to talk about probabilistic data linkage, what we use in AHW. Probabilistic data linkage uses weights based on the matching agreement between fields on two record pairs from different datasets assumed to be the same person. Pairs with above certain weight threshold are considered to be links or match, and pairs with below certain weight threshold are considered to be non-links or non-matched. However, many record pairs cannot be assigned to links or non-links automatically and hence require careful human checking. And this process is known as clerical review in probabilistic data linkage process. Thus, clerical review in probabilistic data linkage requires careful visual inspection or checking by human. It requires intensive resources in terms of time and effort, and also it requires expert domain knowledge over the time to do correct clerical review. You can see synthetic examples of clerical review. In the first two rows, colored by green, which assumed to be link, because you can see the name is very close because John is sometimes known as Joe. Gender is matched. Date of birth, possibly some typos, like 3 can be 8, and we can see exact match of address. And this is human label as link or matched. However, in the second pair, we can see although the name and gender are very close or similar, there is a difference between date of birth and address. So human labels is non-link or match. Now, we will talk about machine learning technique in brief and how it can be used for clerical review process. In brief, machine learning techniques use statistical and mathematical algorithms to understand and learn complex patterns in the data. Usually, two types of machine learnings prevail: supervised and unsupervised. In supervised learning, which is known also as classification and regression as different techniques, aims to develop predictive model based on input-output data. That means in machine learning, it's called labeled data. In unsupervised learning, there is no labeled data. In that case, algorithms tries to group and interpret data based on the only input. And the techniques also known as clustering or association rule mining. Hence, the objective of this paper, how can we use machine learning techniques as classification problem, as with labeled data, to streamline manual clerical review with efficiency, means less manual clerical review, more data linkage projects we can do, and also as accurate as human to classify links, and also translating the domain knowledge historically captured in the linkage process in clerical review. Now I'll talk about the approach. So this is standard workflow for any machine learning process. In the first phase, we develop model, and when the model is developed and validated, we use it for production. So in the model development phase, we use lots of clerical review files with labeled record pairs as input data. We do feature extraction, that means similarity of the record pairs using different algorithms and capturing the domain knowledge. We train with those features with different machine learning techniques, and we have lots of models. And then we evaluate the best model based on accuracy and select the best model, which goes to the production. In the production phase, when the new clerical review is generated by linkers, it goes the same process as model development with feature extraction, and then it goes to the model fit to predict what will be the label. That means, is it link or non-link? And we do some evaluation. So this is simply the workflow or approach in machine learning model development for clerical review classification. Now I will talk about the methods. We applied a set of machine learning techniques, and these are traditional and deep learning as well. We found that random forest classifier, which is an ensemble classifier using a number of decision tree classifiers, performed accurately than other classifiers. In methods, we also use some novel feature extraction using diverse similarity of fields between record pairs to capture the domain knowledge, how expert linker perform clerical review over the time. Now I'll talk about results. In the model development dataset, we have used around 300,000 human label record pairs from clerical review, historically stored. Among these datasets, as a standard machine learning process, we used 80% datasets for training with validation, and the remaining 20% dataset used for testing as standard machine learning process. We found accuracy around 98% on testing data as F1 score. Now, in summary, we have developed machine learning techniques to streamline manual clerical review in probabilistic data linkage. Manual clerical review process can be done efficiently when data set is very large and complex. That means less manual clerical review, more we can do other things like large and complex linkage. We found that random forest among all traditional machine learning algorithm performed well or better than other algorithms with diverse similarity features. We also apply deep learning and natural language processing techniques for classification or prediction model, but we found similar accuracy, but it requires intensive computing resource and possibly in future large dataset to improve the model. All of our models are developed in secured internal integration authority environment in AISW. So thank you for your listening to my presentation. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me with the email address given in the screen. Thank you very much for listening my presentation again.